Butterfly Lane. The CAD process started for us when Rick came back to take measurements of our house. And actually that was an additional opportunity to have discussion for him to get to know us and what our lifestyle was like, and also a little bit more about our home. So the photos and the measurements were laying the groundwork for the CAD designs, but also was again about relationship building and having an opportunity for us as a family to get to know Rick and the company a little bit more and have an opportunity to match our needs with what they were going to do in terms of the design. The other thing about the CAD process for me was the time and consideration that Gordon and Rick took around the time they spent with us in the room, going through very carefully what their thinking had been behind the designs, the process that the team went through. It was all laid out for us step by step. And I really appreciated spending hours going through the end result, the book, being presented on a screen to us, having an opportunity to pause, ask questions, and discuss the different designs as they were presented to us. I really felt that they we had their full attention while we were there, and that they were proud of the work that they had accomplished and had represented themselves very well in terms of the process as well as the output.
But the education up front in terms of what's involved in actually doing the design, and then when we ended up going through the process, the options that we were provided, I wouldn't go back now and change my mind at all. It was worth every penny. And we're just at the design stage. So one of the questions that the board posed when we were reviewing the output was, first of all, it was very professionally done. The team over-delivered and more than met, if not exceeded our expectations on all counts. We saw, I think it was 3 options with multiple options within the design, which at the time the board felt might have been a bit overwhelming because clients are used to, or prospective clients are used to seeing 1 or 2 at most. For us, that allowed us to expand our thinking and explore options that the home could accommodate. And for us, that really worked. So we felt that we got the benefit of the full team at the firm to be able to give us those different options. But I can see why individuals who are still at the questioning of the design stage, is it worth it? Again, if you go back to hiring an architect to design your home, you're going to spend money. If you're going to hire someone to do a design build, you have to expect to spend, to invest, to make these decisions. So the few $1,000s you spend now could save you tens of thousands of dollars later in mistakes. And I can tell you from personal experience, having skipped the design stage, or having tried to do it on the back of an envelope between me and my father in the basement type thing, that only goes so far, and then you live with the mistakes later. So to me, spending a bit of money now, I believe will help you avoid hundreds of thousands, potentially tens of thousands for sure, in mistakes if it's a major project. I think having different options, in our case, we are looking at things that might be more transitional through to more modern in their design. And that's tough for a design team to come back with, like, so what does the client want? Do they want modern, or do they want something more traditional? But the way in which it was delivered and giving us options that were able to cross-design elements from one option to the other really allowed us to make decisions. And I think that's an important point because, again, they had spent time with Heather, they'd spent time with me, they had explained how difficult it is for some clients to come together on some of these topics, where they come to a meeting and it's like they're talking to 2 different people that weren't in the same discussion last time. And so they tried their best to make sure that the end product, in terms of the design options, reflected both elements. And in some cases, you could tell where they could lean more on one bit of input than the other, but the way it was presented allowed us to reflect on what we would want together. So how I would look at this if you're a client considering whether to take this next step is this is the first step towards the decision of making a renovation. If you might decide not to, and this helps you decide not to. If you might decide that this is the way you want to go, but this is a very crucial first step. Not only do you build that relationship, which Heather mentioned, but it also helps you determine where you're going next. So to us, spending that time and energy and investment up front does allow you to start going down that path. Because now the conversation becomes, okay, so what do we like about these options? What don't we like? What do we want to invest? How long are we staying in the home? What are the problem areas? Which ones do we want to prioritize? And I think the way that it was done in terms of the quality of some of the imagery and the walkthrough, both having surface plans from, in terms of elevation views, as well as rendering of what the rooms would look like, really brings it to life. I think the only bit of advice I would have for someone going into to this part of the process, the design stage, is you should leave yourselves open to letting Lifestyles by Barron's guide you through the process and be receptive to them helping you with the design. Don't go in with a confined view. As part of this process, they asked us for some ideas, things we liked from magazines, from different apps, ideas. We presented those, but we were willing to let that not become a copy-paste of what we saw, but let it inform the design. And I can see where some people sitting at the other end of the design look at the book and say, well, hold on, I don't see the kitchen that I had found in House and Home, why is it not in the design? That's not how this works. The idea is to prompt, to allow the design team to creatively come back with views, which we were very open to, but again, Rick and Gord explained that to us and we were open to that. But it is one of those things you have to let yourself accept, is they are the experts, and just because I flipped through a magazine doesn't make me an expert.
We just had a conversation with them last night, actually. We're looking to move from the design to the build phase.
I'm just kidding.
I was a little bit hesitant when I was saying that, but we're discussing next steps with them right now. And certainly nothing in the process has deterred us from moving forward with them or considering using them for our renovation. The question now is timing and what's feasible and doable financially, as well as just in terms of being able to move out and live somewhere else. So we're still moving forward with them. We've really appreciated the foundation that we've laid. I also still appreciate the fact that there's still no pressure, that they're helpful in terms of providing information, but they don't necessarily expect us to need to make a decision tomorrow. And they're still willing to be as flexible as they can be within reason around what's feasible for us as a family.
And I'd say at this stage, Heather's right, we're wanting to explore what's next with them and also trying to form a budget. So they're willing to help us form that budget on the basis of their experience with us, the home, where the priority decisions should be made and why. And even that helps tremendously because then you're not going in with blind. They're going to help guide you through the process.